Now to Minneapolis. Breaking news on a Border Patrol-involved shooting. We're going to go right out to NewsNation's Allie Bradley, who is on the phone with us now. Allie, what do you know?
Hey, yeah, Laura. So what we know here is just moments ago, Border Patrol agents were involved in a shooting on 26th and Nicollet. This is in South Minneapolis area. What DHS is saying is that the subject involved in the incident was armed with a gun, which was recovered at the scene. We have an image of that as well. You can see the crowd there gathered outside of kind of a strip mall there in South Minneapolis where this happened. And right now, what I'm being told from my sources is that this subject is presumed dead. We're trying to get more information right now. These are very preliminary details. As you know, this just happened. And so we're trying to gather more information as to what led to this. Was this a target? Was this who they call an agitator, someone who was trying to impede their operations? I'm not sure who this individual was at this juncture, or if they were on a targeted enforcement operation, or what they were doing at that specific location. So we're still trying to gather more details, but we do know that Border Patrol agents were involved in a shooting about probably, let's say, an hour ago or so in South Minneapolis, where a gun was recovered from the scene as well, Laura.
So, Allie, we're taking a live look at Minneapolis right now. We're looking at what appears to be a scene of protesters. Do we know what these protesters are doing right now? Give us a little bit of a scene setter of what we're looking at on our screen.
So usually what's been happening with any kind of operation involving the federal agencies is they will go out and they will conduct targeted enforcement operations, and they will be spotted by anti-ICE watchers or spotters or whatever you want to call them, activists, and that will garner some attention, and it starts to bring people out of the woodwork, and they start stopping, pulling over, joining in on the protest, if you will, blowing whistles, bringing attention to the law enforcement as they're conducting their job. So it's likely that while they were out there, there was already a small crowd of people before this shooting even happened. But then once the shooting happened, which spreads like wildfire, people come out and are protesting the federal agency's presence here. And you have to keep in mind, this is the third shooting in as many weeks, essentially, second one for Border Patrol in just over 2 weeks as well. And so these people that are out here right now, I mean, clearly don't like what's happening in their city, clearly are out here advocating to get the federal agency out of the city. But what our sources tell us is that they're not leaving until the job is done, and that is apprehending what they say is every criminal, illegal immigrant that's in the city. And so they don't seem to be going anywhere anytime soon. And we keep seeing incidents like this happening, and then we see the crowd come out and in protest of what we are talking about, this shooting today. And so now, you know, we need to gather more details. We need to figure out exactly what these federal agents were doing in that vicinity, and if they were on a target, and who this individual was who was wrapped up in all of this. There's some video circulating. It looks like the guy is on the ground. And they're kind of like trying to get him under control, whether that's apprehending him or what it is, but they do seem to be trying to kind of subdue him because he is trying to resist. And so it's going to be interesting to find out if the gun was brandished that they found on the scene, if it was in his waistband, where this gun was, and what prompted them to fire shots at this individual, Laura.
All right, Allie, as we continue to watch these live pictures in Minneapolis, if you're just joining us, there has been another report of a Border Patrol-involved shooting, a subject armed with a gun. This is happening in South Minneapolis. And Allie, stay with me. I just want to read a text and a statement coming from Governor Walz, who wrote this on social. I just spoke with the White House after another horrific shooting by federal agents this morning. Minnesota has had it. This is sickening. The president must end this operation. Pull the thousands of violent, untrained officers out of Minnesota now. So the Minnesota Governor Walz just tweeted that on X. That was his response to the shooting. And also getting from the city of Minneapolis, we are aware of reports of another shooting involving federal enforcement in the area of 26th Street and Nicollet Avenue. We're working to confirm additional details.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.